Hello and welcome to another one of Mrs. Knight's Info Bites. Today we are looking at World War One, so grab your worksheet and let's get cracking. From 1914 to 1918, Australia supported Britain in World War One. As a young country with only 5 million people, there was a push to prove ourselves and support our motherland. Using propaganda, the government sold it to the young men of Australia as a sportsman's holiday. Men as young as 18 could enlist with their parents' approval, although many of them were just boys, some as young as 14 lying about their age to enlist. There was even a 12-year-old boy found to be a stowaway on one ship as his father and older brothers had enlisted and he did not want to miss out on the adventure. Conscription was almost introduced twice during this time. That's where young eligible men could be called on using a lottery system. If your number was called, it was against the law for you not to go to war. Fortunately, the plebiscite, a vote used to gauge public opinion, did not hold up, and both times resulted in a no. The young men were first sent to Cairo for training, and it lasted 4.5 months before being shipped to Gallipoli and beyond. Despite the desperate need for able-bodied young men, Aboriginal men were not allowed to enlist unless they were considered to be of British descent or raised in British-oriented home. Alfred John Hearps, an Aboriginal man from Tasmania, worked his way up to ranks of second lieutenant, becoming the first commissioned officer of Aboriginal heritage. Many Indigenous Australians, after being rejected from enlisting, travelled hundreds of kilometres just to try again in another city. Their grit and determination, even after being knocked back, shows true Aussie spirit and mateship. These are core values of the Anzacs. The women left at home had to keep the home fires burning, moving into jobs not previously done by women, such as weapons manufacturing, farming, and filling various labour shortages due to the lack of men on the home front. They also began fundraising for the war effort. This was the beginning of the Red Cross, Country Women's Association, and voluntary aid detachments, known as the VAD. They would send care packages to the soldiers, which included knitted socks, clothing, canned food, and cookies. These would later become the Anzac cookies we know and love today. Many women also became nurses, supporting troops on the battlefields and when they got home. World War I was riddled with propaganda and censorship. Many letters from soldiers to their loved ones being censored by commanding officers so news wouldn't get home of just how bad things were going. Out of the 310,000 soldiers sent to World War I, 60,000 never returned. 210,000 returned but severely wounded, most leaving a piece of themselves on the battlefield forever. 40,000 came home with all of their limbs, but all of them returned carrying the horror that is war, struggling to fit back into the lives they had before, suffering terrible nightmares, flashbacks of what they had seen, which today is called PTSD. It was far from the holiday that they had signed up for. The freedoms that we enjoy in Australia today are all because of these brave young men. So at the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.